What's up, y'all boys? It's your boy Winter Lil Benz back again, you know what I'm saying? But today we just doing a quick little video. It shouldn't be too long, but I don't know. Ain't no telling how long this video gonna be, but this video is pretty much me giving my NBA predictions. I'm not usually one of these kind of predictions type of person, but I'm gonna do it today because I've been saying a whole bunch of outrageous claims. So I just thought maybe I should give you my opinion. That way, you know what I'm saying, you can see what the right and the only real answer to these, you know what I'm saying, predictions, the most realistic. I'm going to just tell you my opinion, I guess, you know. But, first off, before I get to talking about that, I just want to let y'all know, yes, I'm aware that the OKC has lost to the Timberwolves after literally two 30-point players, like two players on my team dropping 30 points and another player dropping 27. And Giddey, he dropped 31 points, almost a triple-double. And Shea dropped 32 points. And Dort dropped 27. That's the three players. They did amazing against the Pelicans, but they just could not handle the Timberwolves. But it's okay. Because we're not supposed to even make the playoffs. We weren't supposed to make the play-in. We were just supposed to be rebuilding around Shea, Giddey, and those players. We're in rebuilding. We're in rebuilding. So the fact we made it this far is still pretty impressive to be. And I feel like the only player who really should win the most improved, like the person who should win the most improved player is obviously Shea. But I know Lauri Markkanen will probably win because he went from averaging like 10 points to 20. So, you know, that's a big difference. But it should be Shea. Because the man is averaging 31 points a game. And literally knocked the Dallas Mavericks away from playoff contention. And Utah Jazz not even close. Like, they were behind the Mavs. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to get back into the main part of the video. We're going to get into who I think is going to win. And what teams do I think is going to, like, how do I think it's going to play out? So, first off, I want to start with the Denver Nuggets and Minnesota. So, obviously, it should be obvious what the answer is. And if you think Minnesota has a chance of winning, you're sadly mistaken. It's obviously Denver Nuggets. And I don't really know. I'm going to say, if I had to guess, I would say it would be Denver in 5. Denver in 5. Minnesota might catch them slipping one game. Anthony Edwards might go crazy one game. But Cat, yeah, he's not going to go crazy the whole series. So that's who I think is going to win. Then the Phoenix Suns and the Clippers. Now, obviously, I want, look, first of all, the Suns, they have KD. I love Devin Booker because I'm from Moss Point. But they have KD, so I'm already rooting against them for that alone. And I kind of want Chris Paul to get his first ring, but I don't want it to get it like this. I want him to win, like, because he deserves one, not because he just got carried to a ring. And then the Clippers, obviously, I'm biased because I'm a huge Russell Westbrook fan. But putting all my biases aside, I'm going to have to easily say it's the Suns in 6. Suns in 6. They're going to win in 6. And the reason why I feel like the Suns is going to win is because the Phoenix Suns team is well better. Like, it's put together better than the Clippers. Plus, Paul George is out. They don't even got their full team. They got Russ and Kawhi Leonard. But I would love, don't get me wrong, I would love for the Clippers to prove me wrong and beat the Suns. Because I really do not like Kevin Durant. I swear. I'm probably one of the biggest Kevin Durant haters on this planet. Like, Kevin Durant, I don't wish harm on him. But I really don't like Kevin Durant. So, I hope they win. But I think the Suns will probably win. And obviously, the Sacramento Kings and Golden State, they just played today. Sacramento won game 1. But I still think Golden State's going to win in 6. Because Golden State is known for losing game 1. They're known for doing it. Or if they're not losing, they're losing most of the time. And then out of nowhere, they just win, like, at the end. But they were never really a game 1 type of team. They literally almost lost to the Spurs. Remember that? And they ended up sweeping them. And they almost lost to the Cavs and ended up sweeping them. and they lost first game to the Celtics, and they ended up winning the championship. So you really can't go based on game one. So I think the answer should be the Golden State Warriors. But the Kings, if they do win, I will be proud of them, because De'Aaron Fox, like, I've been rooting for him, like, when he first got in the league. I knew he was going to be a generational talent. I knew it. So I'm rooting for them. But I think Golden State will probably win in 6, realistically. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies and the Lakers. Alright? I'm going to put my biases aside here. If I'm just being completely honest, I don't really like neither one of these teams. But I like the Lakers more, because, you know what I'm saying, Kobe was on the team. That's it. I don't really like LeBron. You already know this. I don't like LeBron. And I do like AD. I do like AD. And I like D'Angelo Russell. But I don't like LeBron. Which is why I'm going to make sure I keep my biases away from saying Memphis is going to win. But the truth is, I do generally think the Lakers are not going to beat the Memphis Grizzlies. But I do think it could potentially go to Game 7. I think it could. I think the Memphis will probably win in 6, to be honest. I feel like it's going to be the same thing that happened with the Memphis and the, not Memphis, but the Lakers and the Suns. I think that's what's going to happen. But taking it to the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat, like, come on now. Do you really think Miami really has a chance against Milwaukee? Like, this not really fair. We're talking about Giannis versus Jimmy Butler. Like, the 1st seed and the 8th seed, not supposed to win. So, I'm just going to say Bucks. But I'm going to give them one game. I'm going to say the Miami Heat get lucky one game. So, I'm going to say Bucks in 5. Cleveland Cavaliers and Knicks. Now, this one, everybody's been saying it's going to be tough. And it is going to be tough. But I still do think Cleveland will win. Everybody's been saying Knicks will win. But I think Cleveland will win because, you know, they have Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, he's not known for being a first-round exit. But he is also not known for getting past the second round. So, I'll say he might get to the second round and then lose to the Bucks. So, Cleveland will most definitely lose in... No, Cleveland will most likely win in probably 6 or 7. But I'm going to say 7 because the Knicks, they are close. Like, they're close. Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Honestly, I think the obvious truth is that the 76ers will probably sweep the Brooklyn Nets. Like, I don't think they stand a chance at all. I think the Brooklyn Nets, really, the only good player they have is Mikal Bridges and Ben Simmons. So I think it's pretty much wraps, to be honest. Ben Simmons can't shoot, and the only offensive player is Mikal Bridges. It's not fair. But Boston Celtics and Atlanta Hawks, I don't think Atlanta will win. I think they will win one game, but I think Boston Celtics will definitely do them dirty. I think the Atlanta will win one game because Trey just gets lucky, like just goes off that one game. But other than that, Boston in 5. Okay, so the Denver Nuggets and the Suns. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, but I think the Suns will probably win in 6. They'll win in 6. They'll win in 6, yeah. And then Golden State versus Memphis. The teams that everybody been saying was not... People were saying the Lakers were going to beat Memphis. But nevertheless, I think it's going to be the same thing as last year, to be honest. I think Golden State will win in 6. Again, I think that will happen. So it's going to be the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State in the conference finals. But Milwaukee versus Cleveland, I don't even think this really even be a question. Obviously, the Bucks in 5. Come on now. It's literally Giannis. The Boston Celtics versus Philly. I think the Philly will make it a little more competition. So I'm going to say Boston in 6. Okay. So that's what I think. So it should be the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors versus Milwaukee and Boston again. But Phoenix Suns I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I don't know how this is gonna play out. But I know it's going to game 7. Neither way. I know that's one thing for sure I can guarantee. If they actually do play each other, it'll go to game 7, most likely. And I think that Golden State will probably win because of the simple fact they have, number one, better chemistry, they have better shooters, and Draymond Green is a defensive player that can do pretty much everything but score, of course. But you see, Draymond Green, he's like the perfect player for like defense, assistant. Like he does everything except for shooting. But it doesn't matter that he can't shoot. Well, he can shoot, but it doesn't matter that he can't shoot as good as everybody else because literally the whole team is shooters. So I think that the Golden State will most likely win in 6. Well, maybe 7. Maybe 7. It might go to game 7. But Milwaukee and Celtics, that's guaranteed going to game 7 too. That's going to game 7. But I think Milwaukee probably wins. Milwaukee probably wins. Because this year they actually have their full team that's healthy. Last year they didn't, and they still brought it to game 7. So I think that they will win. And then let's see. Golden State versus Milwaukee. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who will win. Like, this is probably the toughest one to say. Because it's pretty hard to say the Golden State is already going to make the finals because they're the 6th seed. And Milwaukee's number 1 seed. But I'm going to just say that Milwaukee will probably win in 7. They'll probably win in 7 this year. To be honest. This will be the first time Curry, you know what I'm saying, experiences losing the finals in the most fair way, to be honest. Because Giannis, if he does play against the Warriors, and if they do win, then it'll be the most fair way of loss. Because every other finals that Curry has lost, for real, he's either been cheated out of or injuries just ruined the team. Like, for example, like 2016, it should have been easily the Warriors, but they started like the refs, they started like cheating and stuff like that. They tried to like, you know what I'm saying? They tried to bend the rules for LeBron. Like, LeBron literally stepped over Draymond Green and they got to an altercation. And Draymond Green gets suspended, but LeBron doesn't. And then Curry fouls out of a game where half of those fouls should not even been called in the first place because half of those calls don't even make no sense. Like, those fouls don't even make no sense. But I will admit, game 7, LeBron and, like, the Cavs were locking them up game 7. I will admit that. The only person that really played good in that game 7 was Draymond Green. Like, he clutched them up. They still lost, but, yeah. And then, what's it called? And also, let's not to mention the fact that in 2019, when they won against the Raptors, they only lost because of the simple fact the Warriors was mainly injured. Everybody on that team was injured, besides Draymond Green and DeMarcus Cousins. And DeMarcus Cousins was not nearly as good as he was on the Pelicans. So, yeah, it's basically just Steph Curry and Draymond Green. And Steph Curry was like, you know what I'm saying? He was carrying them, like, badly. And it was the Toronto Raptors who had a full team. Like, it wasn't really fair. But if they lose to the Milwaukee Bucks, it'll be fair. Because both of them most likely will have their full team if they actually stay healthy the whole time. But, yeah, that's just my predictions. You already know it. So, the Lakers, I'm telling y'all right now, they might not get past the first round. Most likely won't get past the first round. But if they do, they'll lose in the second. I'm just keeping it real. And then, the East is most likely going to be the Celtics versus the Milwaukee Bucks. But then again, just saying, if the Celtics do win, if the Celtics do beat the Bucks, I wouldn't be upset because I do like the Celtics too. I do like them. But I don't think that is most likely going to happen. I think it's going to be the Bucks. But yeah, that's just the end of the video right there. I'm just going to Stop talking.